Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Our guest today has been in the mortgage industry for more than 18 years and has helped more than 1,500 singles, couples, and families acquire hundreds of millions of dollars to buy their dream homes. And today she is going to show you how to build authority and credibility. Please put your hands together and welcome to the Win Sales Now podcast, our good friend, Rebecca Jarrett Dalton. Beck, thanks for joining us.
Well,
hello, thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. Looking stunning as always.
Wow, too kind.
Glowing.
Yes.
Now, Ninny's, this is going to be an interrogation, and Ninny's got a list of questions here a mile long.
I'm
going to be a good husband, and I'm going to take the back seat.
Wow, 18 years in business.
I know, right? I'm old.
No, that's not my point, but what have you been the challenge, to grow your business? Because that's a very long period of time. So,
it's a long time to keep going, absolutely. Yeah, there's been loads of challenges along the way. Staffing is always an issue, momentum, marketing, rolling with the punches. This has been it's a challenging industry. It's one that's been at the forefront of the regulators in terms of change for a very long time. We've been through the GFC. We've been through property market cycles. What else? Oh, my goodness. We've seen it all. We've really, we've ridden quite a few waves. And I guess just keep swimming, just keep going. It's been one of those things where you just had to keep going.
In the past 18 years, you mentioned that you've seen the GFC, you've seen the property cycles. Can you use the same strategy, and does it work in the same markets, or are you constantly reinventing what you're doing and what your business needs to do to succeed?
I think that you have to constantly, not so much reinvent, but keep on top of the latest techniques, the latest technology advances. Keep up to date with policy and changes and what's happening in the marketplace to stay ahead of the curve or stay ahead of the changes. But essentially, at the end of the day, a business is really not very complicated. Do the right thing by the right people in front of you, and it kind of just works. So do your best. Do the right thing by the right people in front of you, and that's how you'll win. So that doesn't change.
So to get in front of people today, we say it takes credibility to get the appointment, but it takes mega credibility to get the sale. So what does authority and credibility mean to you in business? And does it mean the same thing to your customers, or does it mean something else?
Okay, so authority, I think, to customers is you're the voice, you're the one with the knowledge, and you're recognized as being the voice. The one with the knowledge. So how does that recognition come? Perhaps you're the one who's called upon in the media, or you're the one who's called upon by external sources. You're recognized in some sort of form. Perhaps it also means you're the one who is referred to either by friends and family, and that's a great source of credibility and authority. To me, it's probably very similar. So to me, being the source of authority means that you're respected with their trust. You're respected with the trust of the people who are referring to you, and you're respected with the trust of the people who actually come to you with their little jigsaw puzzle of a life in their hands. Can you please help me? I have a dream. Can you help me make it come true? And in terms of, what was the second part of the question? So that's authority. Credibility, I guess. Credibility comes from doing the right thing. It's not very complex. Credibility comes from doing the right thing, following through on what you say you're going to do to the best of your ability, not over-promising and under-delivering, trying to set realistic goals and expectations and outcomes. That's, I guess, not also complex. It's not challenging. It's not difficult. If you have to say no, say no. Do it politely. Do it perhaps in a means that, if you can, give them a path. So if you have to say no for today, but here are some things that you can do to get to where you want to do, that's a nice way of saying no, but giving them at the same time hope. Here's a no, but if you were able to ask for a pay rise and you could get this much extra money, here's how you could get to a yes. So again, Credibility comes from doing the right thing and not over-promising and under-delivering.
You mentioned authority there and getting called upon in the media. At the moment, you're featured in the Australian media every other week. We're seeing you out there. What are you talking about in the media at the moment?
It's the frustrated journalist in me coming out. There's lots of talk in the media at the moment about what are the trends for 2020. We've just started a new decade, a new era, and everybody wants to predict what's coming up, and the media are looking for those sorts of answers. They're also asking what are the trends, what are people looking to do. So they're asking, are people looking to refinance? Are they looking to, what areas are they spending their money in? What are the challenges that people are facing? How are we overcoming them? What else are they asking for? What are our first-home buyers doing? So it's these sorts of questions that are being asked, and we're trying to step up and answer them.
And as you answer them, you build authority. Is this something that you would encourage other businesses to do, to put yourself out there? Because one of the big risks for people is you put yourself out in the media, but you've got to also put yourself out there for possible rejection and criticism, people who aren't going to agree with you. In spite of all of that, is it worth it, and how does it pay off for you?
Look, in spite of all that, is it worth it? Who knows? It certainly does build your presence. It's not necessarily the reason that you might do it. You might simply do it because you have something to say, something to contribute. I won't contribute noise, so it's always got to be value. It's challenging. You do wonder if someone's going to think you're an idiot. You do wonder if you're going to get it completely wrong. But again, if you do the best of your ability, you're coming at it from the right angle.
Beautiful.
It's always a concern that somebody might think, oh my God, you're an idiot. But maybe they're just not your people, and you don't have to worry about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So back, like recently, I think last month, we went to a seminar, and nowadays in the training, they do a lot of kind of like a Me Too exercise. So just want to ask you, how can we get authority and credibility in a Me Too market?
Look, my opinion on this, and it's opinion.
Yeah.
Be authentic. If it doesn't gel with you, don't do it. And that's the way that I make an awful lot of my decisions, is authenticity. I'm not going to ask somebody to do something that doesn't, that I wouldn't do. I'm not going to ask somebody to do something that doesn't agree with them. Authenticity is everything that you have. Absolutely.
Yeah. I remember a couple of years ago, I had a coach, and he said, Daniel, if you're selling at a live event, you got to get people up out of their seats. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not what I want. If I was in a selling situation, I don't want to have to get out of my seat. I don't want to have to jump up and down. But I was following advice from an expert. And so I got him up out of the seat, and we're dancing around, and I can't dance.
He's bad.
Ninny knows I'm a bad dancer.
He's bad.
And he said, you got to get them going. So he taught me the Tony Robbins clap, and you got to pump them up. And I just felt like an absolute moron. I wasn't in alignment with myself.
Probably so did they, and they probably just wanted to get out of there as fast as they possibly could. Why would you want to make the people that have come to trust you feel like morons? That's not a good way. It's not a good way to start a relationship.
I didn't feel congruent with it. And at the end, I think 4 people took the offer. So there was 54 people in the room, 4 people took the offer. And I said to myself, that's not me. I wouldn't want to be in a room doing that. I'm going to go back to what feels right for me. And the following week, I ran the exact same event with the exact same content, but only 17 people turned up. But the amazing thing is 15 people joined the program when I was authentic.
Yeah, and right there. Authenticity wins the end of the day.
Yep. And we've got to be mindful of that Me Too movement. So for people who want to get more authority and credibility in their business, what are things that they could start doing today on a budget, on a shoestring?
You know what? I think that use your real voice is just the simplest thing that you can do. So you can access really economic channels to use your real voice. The social media channels are essentially free. I know that if you want to beat the algorithms these days. You have got to pay a little money towards the socials, but if you're using an authentic voice, and if you're really reaching your authentic tribe, then it will work without necessarily spending a lot of dough. And if you have something that is authentic and it is valuable, it will cut through. So use your authentic voice. It doesn't cost you anything to write something valuable that's not noise, that contributes something of value to that person's life, answers a simple question, something that's burning in their mind, and is something that they might want to share with their friends, or they might want to comment on. Just get started. Little genuine nuggets. Share them. Get going. Keep doing it. Be authentic. Show up. Put your guard down, and don't have to be glossy, and it'll work. There's very little that we do that's glossy, is there, Daniel?
Absolutely, absolutely. What is that?
Minnie's our glossy one.
Yeah, she's the one. She's the rose amongst the thorns in our house. The one thing that people want to know from you, what's the most popular blog? What's the question that they always want to know? What do they search for, and what do they find?
This is the craziest thing. So the most popular page on my website is actually, when do your home loan repayments start? So people just want basic, honest to goodness information.
Incredible. Now, we want to send people over to your website so they can see how to build authority and credibility. What's the best website that they can go to right now?
Thank you so much. It's tworedshoes.com.au. So that's the word, TWO, redshoes.com.au.
And we'll also put that in the feed below. So, Beck, thank you for sharing your ideas on authority and credibility. It's been a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Wise words. Our pleasure.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, head over to www.tworedshoes.com.au and you'll discover exactly how to build authority and credibility with your brand. Beck, thanks for your time. Ciao for now.